English Grammar in Use. Lemon Murphy.
Unit 48. Reported Speech, 2. A. We do not always change the verb in reported speech. If the situation is still the same, it is not necessary to change the verb to the past. For example, direct. Paul said, "My new job is boring." Reported. Paul said that his new job is boring. The situation is still the same. His job is still boring now. Direct. Helen said, "I want to go to Canada next year." Reported. Helen told me that she wants to go to Canada next year. Helen still wants to go to Canada next year. You can also change the verb to the past.
Paul said that his new job was boring.
Helen told me that she wanted to go to Canada next year.
But if the situation has changed, or finished, you need to use a past verb. Compare.
Paul left the room suddenly. He said, "I have to go." Direct speech.
Paul left the room suddenly. He said he had to go.
B. You need to use the past in reported speech when what was said is different from what is really true. For example, you met Rachel a few days ago. She said,
Have you heard? Joe is in hospital.
Later that day you meet Joe in the street. You say, "Joe, this is a surprise. Rachel said you were in hospital." It's clear that he isn't. C. Say and tell. If you say who somebody is talking to, use tell.
Rachel told me that you were in hospital.
What did you tell the police?
Otherwise use say.
Rachel said that you were in hospital.
What did you say?
D. We say, tell somebody to, and ask somebody to. Compare direct and reported speech. Direct. Drink plenty of water, the doctor said to me. Reported. The doctor told me to drink plenty of water. Direct. Don't work too hard, I said to Joe. Reported. I told Joe not to work too hard. Direct. Can you help me, please? Jackie said to me. Reported. Jackie asked me to help her. You can also say, somebody said not to do something.
Paul said not to worry about him.
Reported speech 1. Unit 47. Reported questions. Unit 50B. Exercises 48.1. Here are some things that Sarah said to you earlier.
I've never been to the United States. I don't have any brothers or sisters. I can't drive. I don't like fish. Jane has a very well-paid job. I'm working tomorrow evening. Jane is a friend of mine. Dave is lazy.
But later Sarah says something different to you. What do you say?
Dave works very hard.
But you said he was lazy.
Let's have fish for dinner.
But you said you didn't like fish.
I'm going to buy a car.
But you said you couldn't drive.
Jane is always short of money.
But you said she had a very well-paid job.
My sister lives in Paris.
But you said you didn't have any brothers or sisters.
I think New York is a great place.
But you said you had never been to the United States.
Let's go out tomorrow evening.
But you said you were working tomorrow evening.
I've never spoken to Jane.
But you said she was a friend of yours. (48.2). Complete the sentences with say or tell in the correct form. Use only one word each time.
Anna said goodbye to me and left.
Tell us about your holiday. Did you have a nice time?
Don't just stand there. Say something.
I wonder where Sue is. She said she would be here at 8 o'clock.
Dan told me that he was bored with his job.
The doctor said that I should rest for at least a week.
Gary couldn't help me. He told me to ask Chris.
Gary couldn't help me. He said to ask Chris.
Don't tell anybody what I said. It's a secret just between us.
Did Kate tell you what happened?
No, she didn't say anything to me.
(48.3). The following sentences are direct speech.
Don't wait for me if I'm late. Mind your own business. Please slow down. Can you open your bag, please? Don't worry, Sue. Hurry up. Will you marry me? Do you think you could give me a hand, Tom?
Now, choose one of these to complete each of the sentences below. Use reported speech.
Will was taking a long time to get ready, so I told him to hurry up. Sarah was driving too fast, so I asked her to slow down. Sue was nervous about the situation. I told her not to worry. I couldn't move the piano alone. So I asked Tom to give me a hand. So I asked Tom to help me. The security guard looked at me suspiciously, and asked me to open my bag. And told me to open my bag. The man started asking me personal questions. So I told him to mind his own business. Carl was in love with Maria. So he asked her to marry him. I didn't want to delay Helen. So I told her not to wait if I was late.
Additional exercise 25. Page 316.